Texas and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and ready to cheer on the Texas A&M Aggies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Missouri's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's got it on the right. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Texas A&M's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He'll keep it himself. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down. 42.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the back. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On second down, just keeps firing. And he's loose, and he'll take. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain when you're defensive ends. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure. He's going to scramble and try to make plays. You got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He's going to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team there.
They move the tight end all over. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Gets it out quickly.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Looking left. Pulls it in. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Missouri comes to the line with another first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. He is smashing people. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just... all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Toss to the outside. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Toss sweep to the right. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
They'll run the option. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. Little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to run it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's caught inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He'll come out throwing on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Got a man. It's Avery.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Going for the big play. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Caught over the middle. It's Vincent. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He got it. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He's going for a big play downfield. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
He wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Snags it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, I think on that play,
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense... and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a...
He'll take a shot. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fast motion from the offense. On second down, looking again to throw. Escape. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch, called for and made. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really...
Going over the top. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back at the 30. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself.
Nothing but green ahead. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. He's looking to throw it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. back to the air one more time. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might rip. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
I tell you, you got to have great timing on these out routes, and the QB and receiver had that. Quarterback put it right out in front of him. Receivers just got to be able to make the play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football. And
nowhere to go, and they get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. RPO complete to open the drive. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quickly complete. At midfield, he's got room. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Got his man quickly. Open space at the 25. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? Man, you find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Looking downfield. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Vincent. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Missouri! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 6 over Pittsburgh. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. Across the 25, he's got room. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Going up top on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They'll run play action. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Turns it loose. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They go to the draw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Might as well stick with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Now on the counter. Still on his feet at the 45. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He caught it. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Now the pitch. Touchdown Tigers! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this.
He's going to let it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And on the interception return. He stopped at the 33.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got it looking for a first. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He wants to pass it on second down. Dances away to buy time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. He'll set up to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He's got great speed, and they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit.